Sorry, Rachel, to
Hey,
interrupt.
kitty.
There's a little kitty cat. Say hello.
Hello.
Hello. Oh, it's
Hi,
okay. Say,
kitty.
say hello to the people. Oh, okay. Okay, I'll leave you take go
Okay.
upstairs. Thank you. Sorry about that. Welcome to Pen and Prosper. Usually Delport does the intro, so I'm not good at it at all, but welcome, welcome. Usually I'm coaching her to be a six-figure author, but today we have Rachel. Hi,
Hello.
Rach.
Thank you. Thank you for having me back here.
You are very welcome. And instead
Yeah.
of me doing the coaching today, you're going to be doing the coaching because you are going to be teaching us all about influencer marketing.
Yay.
Yay! How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm recovering from winter holiday sickness,
Oh
so
gosh,
I don't sound amazing, but getting there, getting
you
there.
sound okay to me.
Okay, awesome. That's good.
Once upon a time, in a land not so far away, a young science graduate named Rachel found that the real world wasn't a place she wanted to inhabit all the time. I understand that. That is very understandable. That resonates hard. So she decided to escape into the magical realms that had occupied her mind since childhood. Armed with a vivid imagination, Rachel spends her days conjuring up fantastical worlds filled with adventure, romance, and plot twists, where readers can escape the real world along with her. Rachel lives in Cape Town, South Africa, with her husband, two little wildlings, and three fur babies. Three. I didn't know you had three.
Mhm.
Who are
Yep,
they? What are their
three,
names?
three little sausage dogs. We have
Oh,
Flapjack and Bonnie and Pepper.
oh, sweet. I love sausage dogs. They are so flippin' cute.
They are. They have such character. They're adorable.
Okay, so today we're going to speak about influencer marketing. You've just had a very, very successful launch. But first, I want to tell everyone that in your career so far, you have sold way over 300,000 books. That was your 212 count. So you,
Yes,
you need to you
I
need
have
to
my
update that.
10-year anniversary in 2012. So I did all the numbers then, and I haven't.
Oh my
Like Joanna
God.
Penn says, it's like that's vanity metrics. Like the number that counts is the number that hits the bank account. So that's
Yes,
what
of
I keep
course.
track of.
Of course.
But
But
yeah, so the sales numbers, and when you publish wide and there's so many spreadsheets from different platforms,
it's very
it's like
difficult.
a once every 5 year
Yes.
thing,
Um,
maybe.
funny that you say that because Joanna Penn's latest podcast, she was saying that it's so difficult to analyze her data because it's just from so many different places over so many years. But she's finally got chat to
The
work for her.
agent. Yes.
Yes, yes.
I heard that on Monday.
Yeah,
Yeah, ChatGPT agent.
yeah.
So yes, I need to have a look at what she did. I think she said she put a something in her Patreon to show her patrons what she did exactly, but
Okay.
I still need to have a look at that.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, that would be so
that would be
handy.
helpful. Yeah,
Because
absolutely.
even though I keep everything very simple with like just being in KU, and it's still a lot of data to get from different places, like all the ads, all the promotion.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
especially even if you're exclusive to Amazon, there's still different formats. So then you've got
Yeah,
audiobooks
exactly.
and paperbacks and hardbacks and direct sales. Yeah, it's still a
Exactly.
lot.
Yeah. And like Ingram Spark, yeah, it's
Mhm.
all over the place. You were already super successful by 2012. I mean, you've been in the game a very long time. You look way too young to have been that
Oh,
successful in 2012.
thank you. The marketplace was very different, was a lot less competitive.
All of us had got in after the gold rush. I mean, were you actually there for the gold rush or was it afterwards?
It was, so I think the first, like the very early success was kind of 2011, because 2010 was like the very start. And I think 2011 started taking
Okay.
off. So I
Okay.
was watching the indies in 2011 and I
Okay.
launched in 2012, but I only had one book out. So 2013, I finished a trilogy, so book two and
Wow.
three. That was when I started doing quite a bit better. Marketing wise, I didn't have a clue what I was doing. So I did well, but
Yes.
looking back, if I had known what I know now, I could have done
Yeah, of
much
course.
better.
But I
So
mean, marketing wasn't even such a big thing in those days.
yeah,
You just
I
had
mean,
to
I
put a
don't,
book up.
yeah, I don't know if Facebook advertising even existed in
Understood? I don't
2012.
know.
Maybe it did, but like, I don't think authors were using it. Amazon ads, I don't know if I don't think they were a thing
I don't
yet.
think so.
Blog tours were a thing, and that was it, pretty
Yeah.
much.
Your Creepy Hollow has 14,000 five-star reviews. So it's not just
Been out
that.
a long time.
It's not just that you're around at the right time. Your books are obviously very, very readable. And your latest book that we're going to be talking about today has already passed 1 million page reads and it's brand new. So well done.
Yeah,
Excellent. We are
thank you.
cheering you on from all angles. Excellent.
Yay.
What has been your favorite thing so far with your latest release? What's been your favorite moment or marketing tool?
My favorite thing, I guess, definitely is seeing reader reactions. So,
Yes.
this is the great thing about social media and having readers who share their reactions and
Yeah,
share their reviews on TikTok and Instagram. And you get to see how people have really enjoyed it. And yeah, I think that's the best
it is
part.
amazing, hey? It
That's,
really is.
yeah, I mean, aside from, obviously it's great to earn money and make a living from this, but, when a tag pops up and you take a look at this video and someone is gushing about how much they
Yeah.
connected with the characters in the world, it just like it makes your author heart so happy. Like,
Amazing. And I can imagine
thank you.
that your readers, because it looks like a sweet romance and it's pr like the cover's really pretty. And I can imagine that kind of reader like really gushing, like, oh my
Yeah,
God, this is so pretty. It's so beautiful. And so well done. Brilliant.
thank you. Well, I enjoyed it. So I feel like that's step number one. Like
Always a
if
good
I
sign.
enjoy it, then hopefully there's people out there who will also enjoy it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I'm sure they are. And I think you're going to even beat that 14,000 five-star reviews on your latest book because I'm sure you've learned a lot since 2012. Do you feel like your writing is pretty much on the same keel?
I no, I think it's changed quite a bit. If I go back and look at my early books, I think to myself, well, it's kind of on the one hand, sometimes I'm like, oh, I would definitely write that differently. And then other times I read things, I'm like, oh, that's quite good. Did I
That's
write
quite
that?
good. No, that's true. Yeah, because I'm reading my Blood Magic books with Robin at the moment, and there are definitely
Okay.
some passages where I'm like, I can't believe I actually like thought that was okay to publish as is. Like words repeated and stuff. I'd never be happy with that now. But at the
I
same
know.
time, like there will be a joke, and I'm like, I can't believe I wrote that joke.
Oh, I was so
Not that
smart.
funny.
Who is that person?
Yeah, it's awesome. Hey.
Yeah, so it's different, yeah. But what else has changed is that my latest series, so the one we're talking about at the moment, the series is The Charmed Leaf Legacy,
Okay.
and the first book is Tempests and Tea Leaves. So it's a bit different in that everything else in my backlist is contemporary fantasy,
Yes.
and this is a lot more. It feels like a
Regency style.
Regency world, yeah,
Hmm.
but with magic, and some of the Regency rules are kind of bent. That's the great thing about fantasy.
Okay,
You're like,
great. Great.
and ignore that rule. So the writing style is quite different. So yeah, in that regard, my writing has changed.
Yeah.
But yeah, when I go back to contemporary, which I will obviously do at some point, yeah, even that has changed a bit from what I wrote 13 years ago when I
Okay.
started.
Okay. Interesting how not only our style changes, but also like tone and what we
Mm.
think makes a good story over time. And it's quite interesting to look
Yeah.
at like authors who you love and read their very first books compared to how they write now.
It's also, I think it's about how the market changes and what
Yes.
readers expect and what they enjoy. Yeah, when I started out, I was writing definitely for me, obviously also for readers. And now, because we have to market so much and because of social media, I think we write a lot with more awareness of what will our readers
Definitely.
enjoy.
Yeah,
Yeah, what are they
definitely.
looking for?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like people's brains have changed, right? Because we're all on social media all the time and TikTok, and our attention spans are so much shorter.
Yeah,
And you do
yeah.
need to cater for that, I think. I don't think I'm too bad with my phone in general, but if I pick up like a hefty book and I open it and the font is small and there are a lot of words on a page, it's such a turn off for me. I just can't.
I know, I know. This is, I mean, you say that, and I totally get what you're saying. So this is one of the things that surprised me with the new books. They're because of the style, it's more formal. It is a bit more wordy,
Mm,
and I thought, to me, it wasn't slow. I mean, I love the story, and I had fun with every scene, but I wondered if it would take readers longer. But people are like, whizzing through it, so
okay.
maybe it's I guess maybe the story
Mm,
itself moves fast enough, even if the language is a bit slower
yes.
because it's more
Yes.
formal.
Yes.
But yes, I definitely get what you say about the pacing. Like if you were to read Tolkien's works now, if you were to write something like that, you'd be
Yes,
like,
exactly. Yeah,
this is
because I
too
was
slow.
reading Hobbit with Robin just before, and he goes on for ages and ages about certain things, as we know about like one tree or whatever. He managed to keep our attention, and Robin is 11, so that's no easy feat.
Okay, no, that's good. That's
So
good.
it's interesting. Yeah, I think as long as the characters and the story is compelling enough, then you do have time to speak about a particular
Yeah.
tree for 2 pages if you want to, I guess.
I mean, personally, I'm not excited about that. So I wouldn't. I wouldn't spend that long.
No, I don't think
Three
anyone would
paragraphs.
nowadays. Yeah. What sparked your journey to becoming a best-selling indie author? And was there a moment when you knew writing young adult fantasy and romantasy was your calling? Okay, I'm going to interrupt that question immediately and say, do you think you write romantasy? Because I didn't think that it would be classed as romantasy because it's clean.
Um, oh, so do you think that romantasy can only have spice in it?
Well, that's like the feeling I get. Delport and I have spoken about this. That's the feeling we're getting from everywhere. But it doesn't, it shouldn't be that, right? It really shouldn't.
So yeah, I think it depends what kind of community you're part of on social
Yes,
media,
yes.
if you're on social media at all, on Instagram and TikTok, because the algorithm caters to what you like. So the more you interact with that, the more you see it. So these days, I'm seeing a lot of no spice or low spice or closed door romantasy
Okay.
because that's mostly what I enjoy. And there are accounts that specialize in like this is what we recommend because there are readers who don't want to read the like heavy graphic spicy
Yeah.
stuff. So definitely the spicy stuff is more popular. It does do, I think it's easier for it to do well. But yes, there are both.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I know we've already taken a detour from whatever the
That's
question
that's
was.
that's what the podcast is about usually. So it's very good. We're on track. Detours,
Your
detours
question
galore.
was, do I even write romantasy? I would say my early stuff, I wouldn't call that romantasy because there's definitely romance.
Yeah.
There's a subplot of romance, which I really enjoy writing, but that's not the focus of those books. So Creepy Hollow and yeah,
Okay. I
really
thought they were romance.
they do have romance, but
They have romance, but they are not romance.
I wouldn't call them romantasy.
Okay.
They
All
were,
right.
yeah, I just YA contemporary fantasy,
Okay.
which kind of has, I mean, if you're a fan of that like 10 years ago, which is where I was at the time and
Yes.
what I was reading, a lot of it's that kind of, exciting adventure, mystery, discovering
Yes.
things, and there's always like a romance subplot as well.
Okay.
But then my latest series, I wanted to focus a lot more on the romance. So that's I'm marketing that as like cozy, clean, romantasy,
Yes.
Regency-esque.
Yes.
A bit of a mouthful.
Yeah. No, that makes sense.
Yeah, because there's a lot less focus on the magic, and it's not like we're not saving the world from bad guys.
Yes.
There is magic, but it's just kind of part of the world and part of the character development, but the relationship is what's
It's the
important
main
and the romance.
story. Okay. Okay. How many books are you planning to write in the series?
5.
Five. Awesome. Okay. And how long are the books?
The first one was 123,000,
Wow.
and second one, I it's funny. I thought that these were going to be shortish books, which was why I was like, I can do 5 in a year. Like I've planned them all out. I can definitely write them because I thought they would maybe be about 70-ish thousand. I was like, it's just romance. I mean, not that romance is necessarily easy, but I was like, there's no huge plot about where my
Yes.
characters have to save
Yes.
the world. So surely it won't require that many words. But especially because they're standalone, so it's a complete story in each book.
Okay.
And I'm telling bits of it from both characters. I felt like in order to have a complete character growth arc from both
Yes.
sides and the relationship, like it
Yes.
needed a few more words than that.
Wow. That is a long book.
So yeah, that was about 120, and then the second one was 105 because
Okay.
I had already established the world, so there
Yes.
wasn't as much world building in the
Building.
beginning.
Was there a moment when you knew writing fantasy was your calling?
Probably when I clearly remember the first fantasy book that I loved, and I think I was about 12 when I read Northern Lights by Philip
Oh,
Pullman.
yeah.
Um, it's also called The Golden Compass.
Hmm.
It depends which side of the world you're reading from. I think
Yes.
maybe in the US it was called The Golden Compass. There was a movie, there's been
Yes.
a TV show, His Dark Materials. Yes, and my imagination was just
Oh,
like
wow.
blown by this. Yeah, I thought it was incredible. So that sparked my love of fantasy and thinking, wow, I wish I could write something incredible one day. And then there was also Harry Potter. I felt
Yes.
like I learned a lot about like foreshadowing and
Mm.
layering in details for like future
Mm.
story, creating a bigger plot. But yes, I mean, I studied science. I did a BSc and I thought I was going to be a genetic counselor or something. I didn't actually know what I was going to be. And then I read Twilight.
Oh my God.
I was like, no, I don't actually, I don't want to be in science. I want
Yeah.
to do this now. And I want to write books like this, not necessarily about vampires. I haven't, do I have, oh, I do have a series with some vampires in, but they're not the main characters. I was like, I want to write fantasy that's
Yeah.
just for enjoyment to
Yeah.
help people escape the real world. And I don't want to wait until I'm retired one day. Like, I want to do it now.
Yeah.
So I left science behind.
Oh my God.
And
What
then
did
I
your
became a
parents
math
say?
teacher for a few years. But yes, eventually I became a full-time author.
Amazing. I remember that you were, when I first started getting into indie publishing, you were like the South African author who was making money on Amazon. And I was like, this is amazing. I didn't even know it was a thing. Like,
Oh, and now
Joanna
it's
Penn.
you. You're the South African author who's making so much money on Amazon.
Well, my ROI, my story, my sad
Yes.
stories, Rachel. But yeah, definitely, you were very inspirational and motivating for me because I was like,
Thank you.
oh, it's possible. I had
Mm.
no idea it was possible. Even after listening to Joanna Penn and getting excited, I just saw like, yeah, but she's in the UK and she's like super educated and like, you make excuses for yourself. Like, no, I can't ever reach that level.
Yeah.
But then if there's a South African there, like I didn't know you had studied science and any of that, but I'm like, there's a South African my age or younger who is doing so well, and it was just fantastic. So thank you
I
very
mean,
much for
the
that.
also, oh, you're welcome, and thank you. The science didn't really help. I don't think that part doesn't really make a difference.
No, but I mean like you weren't just like an ordinary South African just like falling into writing, like highly educated, super intelligent and making bank. So it was amazing.
Well, thank you.
Uh,
I'm
your
glad I could help
Your
you.
early Creepy Hollow series was a self-publishing hit. What pushed you to take the indie route, and how did that choice set the stage for your success today? Oh, did you ever try to go to a trad pub house? No.
No, it was originally part of my plan. So I wrote a book before I wrote Creepy Hollow, which was like my real book that I'm going to submit to publishers, which was terrible. When I look at it now, I'm like, there is no help for this book. Let's just leave this forever. So that was my plan was, okay, so I wrote that one and then I saw self-publishing start to take off and I was very curious about it. And I'm like a DIY, I'm a learner, I want to know how this stuff works. So I thought, okay, I'm going to write something else, something shorter. Creepy Hollow started out as a series of
Okay.
novellas, actually. So I'm going to do this indie publishing thing and figure out how to format ebooks and all of that. And then I'll go back and I'll fix up the first book and that one I'll submit to publishers and one day I'll
Okay.
be in bookstores and whatever. But it didn't take me very long after self-publishing to be like, no, this is really cool. This is where I want to be. I'm happy with this. I'm a control freak. I like to be in charge of all my stuff, my deadlines, my artwork, creative decisions, all of that. So I never went back to the first book
Hmm.
and I never submitted anything to a publisher. I have some of my audiobooks are with Tantor, so that's kind of my only, I guess I'm technically hybrid
I
kind of.
suppose so, yeah.
Yeah, but my ebooks, my print, all of that is still with me.
Like, how did you find out about indie publishing so early? Can you remember?
Blogging was a big deal back in the day.
Blogging.
I remember that. So was it like 2010, possibly even earlier than that, when did I leave science? Was it 2009, 2010? So that was when I left. I had started a master's, but I only lasted a few months and then read Twilight and then decided to leave. I got a job as a math teacher so that I could earn a living while I was writing. So once I decided I want to be writing seriously, I guess I had followed some other writers and found their blogs and was like, oh,
Okay.
okay, blogging is a
Okay.
thing. I must have a blog. And then kind of got into a writing community of other, aspiring authors.
Mm.
There were quite a lot of us. And so I guess that's where I saw, oh, that person has just self-published something. Okay, that person. And I was looking at the Kindle on Amazon and so I saw Amanda Hocking. She
Ah,
was one of the
yes.
very early Kindle millionaires, and
Yes.
J.A. Conrath. But they were two of the big names early on who were like the first Kindle millionaires. And then and then there was an indie who published, and I read her book, And I was like, this, I can't tell the difference between like, is this traditionally published? Like, this is professional. This is an amazing story. Like this is a real thing. We
Yeah.
can self-publish. We can do this ourselves.
Yeah.
So I think that was about 2010, 2011. So by the end of 2011, I was writing Creepy
Okay.
Hollow, like with the intent to self-publish it. So
Jeez.
yeah, it was blogging that
Okay. That's
got me there.
incredible. But you are really good at that. You're always in the room. Like you're always on
On
the
the outskirts.
Discord Discord groups. You're always finding out everything first. You are amazing like that. Yeah, I can
I
tell you
know,
have a
you're like,
scientific brain.
was it on Discord? Yes, it was on Discord. I'm
Whenever
on like
you
every
have
Discord
news for
server.
me, it's always from Discord. I love it.
Yeah, I'm a super introvert, even online. So probably you don't even know that I'm lurking, but yes, I'm lurking all the
You're there.
time.
You're there. You're learning. You're listening.
Yes, learning and listening, absolutely.
How did you work with influencers and readers on Instagram and TikTok to promote the first book in your latest series? I'm so
Okay.
interested in this answer because I've never worked with influencers. I've never done a blog tour. I've never done any of that kind of stuff. I only, you know me, I only do promos and advertising. So I'm taking notes.
Okay, great. Okay, so yeah, blog tours are not, I don't actually know if people do blog tours anymore. They might, but now the big thing is Instagram,
Mm,
Bookstagram, and BookTok
yes.
tours. So you get companies that will put together like a digital online tour for you, and you can pay the company to do that. But what I started out with for this book, I mean, I hadn't published anything for 3 years, and my income had
Yes.
done that basically.
Yeah.
So at the beginning of this year, when I started off, when was it April, when this book published, and I was yes, also like you, I don't do big launches and I don't
Mm.
plan like huge things in advance. Like everything is kind of last minute. So it's like click publish. Oh yes, I should promote this book now. So with my very small budget, I decided to do my own kind of little PR campaign because I couldn't really afford to pay for one of the overseas companies to put together a physical box. I did my own thing just locally because we do
Okay.
have, it's much smaller, but we do have a very vibrant, fantastic BookTok slash Bookstagram community in South Africa. So I put together a little, I call it a mini PR box because I haven't done the print release locally. So it didn't have a paperback in it. It was going to be ebook. Let me tell you what else I put in. Okay, so I made these little boxes and so it was all kind of like themed around the book. So I had a little a tea sachet that had like the same sort of vibe with the colors that matched the book cover. And then I made a mini book. Okay, if you're not on Instagram, this probably sounds silly, but this is a thing that people
Okay.
do. They make like little miniature books of like copies of popular books.
I've
And you can
actually seen
actually
I've seen
have
someone with earrings like that. I think it was in London, and I think it was one of the Pen to Paycheck podcast authors.
okay.
And I think she had books on her earrings, something like that. It
Okay.
was awesome.
One of the ladies that I sent this box to, she made a pair of earrings with the teacup and the
Oh,
little book.
wow.
So you can actually get on Temu and probably elsewhere. You can order the blanks. I should have got one out the cupboard beforehand. They are actual paper and you can like flick through them with little pages. They're like kind of that size. For
Oh,
people who are listening and not watching, it's like smaller than your thumb, that kind of size.
yes.
So I printed out the cover in like lots of little rectangles. And this was like low cost in terms of money, but high cost in terms of time.
Time.
And yeah, I cut out all the little covers and stuck them on. So I had all these little mini books. So I sent that. And then there was like a little metal teacup charm. And so people also they have like mini bookcases, like a mini bookshelf that they'll put on their real bookshelf. And then they line up all their mini books and stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So yeah, there's a local company here in Stellenbosch. I think it's called The Creative,
Okay.
ZA. She makes a bunch of book-related stuff, and some of the things are mini books and the mini bookshelves.
Cute.
So
Is
if
this a
anyone,
South African thing where you have a mini bookshelf on your bookshelf?
no, I've seen it everywhere.
Really?
It's come up on YouTube Shorts and BookTok and
That's
Bookstagram.
that's super cute.
And then I also had like a little printed envelope of, so one of the tropes in the book is letter writing. It's like kind of hate letters that turn into like flirting letters. enchanted notes. So I printed out like a long, like a correspondence of some of their letters and folded it into this little envelope.
Oh, wow.
And then I also worked with there's another local company, a lady who makes these amazing candles. All right, you get these little things called wax melts, which they have so it's wax like a candle, but it doesn't have a wick. It's got a nice scent, and then you put it into the top of your burner, and then it kind of melts and releases a nice smell.
Oh, wow.
So I found one on her website that the scents already matched things that I had mentioned in the book. So I was like, oh, it's perfect. I don't even have to ask her to do something custom. So I ordered a bunch of those, and then she just put a custom label on it that matched the character's name. And then I had a little snack, little fruit pastels, and a bookmark for anyone
Oh,
who's on video.
pretty.
A
Yeah.
bookmark, which I signed. Whoops, there
Oh,
we go.
lovely.
Cozy, swoony, romanticy vibes. That's what the bookmark says. And then I also did a Kindle cover insert. So again, you may not have seen this, or maybe you have. If you have a Kindle that's got one of those clear plastic cases around it, people like to decorate the back when they put in all
Yes.
sorts of stickers and other artwork, and then they regularly change whatever it is
Changes. Yeah.
to decorate their Kindle. So that can go in the back of a Kindle, or it can be used as a big bookmark. The last thing was stickers. So just a bunch of little teapot stickers to go with the tea vibe.
Did you design those yourself or did you find them?
The stickers I did not do myself. I got those somewhere online. So the bookmark and the Kindle insert I designed myself. It's the artwork kind of matches the book cover.
The book cover, yeah. That sounds like so much
So
work. How many boxes did you do?
I only did 30, and that
Yeah,
that was
okay.
that
That's
was a
not too
lot.
bad.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't sound like a lot, but I did so much myself, as in, I don't have a color printer, so I got stuff printed nearby, but it wasn't like a proper printer where they cut stuff nicely for you. Like,
Oh.
so I have a guillotine. So
Oh my God.
I mean, yeah, so
Plot
I was
twist.
slicing the stuff, and then I have the punch that's got the curved corners, so I'm punching all the
Okay.
corners as well,
Okay.
signing everything, so 30 is not a lot, but also like it was
But
a
also
lot
it's
of
a lot because there's a lot in the box.
yeah, it's a lot of like a little things, yeah. So then what I did is I posted on my TikTok. So I have a bunch of different TikTok accounts, and one of them is specifically focused on South Africa. That's like where I interact with the local community, which has now become my favorite because they're just awesome. So I posted on that one and on my Instagram. It was very simple. I just had like the box, which didn't even have anything in it yet. It was closed. I was like, hey, does anybody want one of these? Let me know. And then both of those posts did really, really well. I think because it's like a physical thing,
Yes.
and we don't have a lot of there. I mean, publishers here, they do send out some PR packages, but it's not huge like it is overseas, I think,
Yes.
where publishers send out these amazing things to lots of influencers. So I think it did much better than if I had been like, hey, who wants to read an ARC
Yeah.
copy?
Yeah.
So what I did, because I had a ton of people sign up for it, but I only had the 30 boxes. So I said, okay, well, I'll choose 30 to send to, but I'll send the ebook to everyone because, I mean, maybe not everyone's going to download it, but surely lots of people will, even if they don't get the box. So that got me a bunch of reviews, and that hadn't been part of my original plan. That was like
Great.
a bonus. So that worked well. Yeah, I mean, the point of this was to get, obviously, to raise awareness on TikTok and Instagram for the book. And then also when creators receive their stuff, they often do unboxing. So then they're posting content. So their followers are seeing the content and it gives me content to reshare. So it gives me stuff to use as well. And it's kind of staggered because people receive their stuff over time. So
Yes.
it's kind of like over the next several weeks, it gave me stuff to share and kind of keep the book in people's consciousness and
Mm.
awareness. Yeah,
Mm.
that did well. And then people started reading the book, and then they would also do videos for their reviews. So that was also great.
That's
Lots of positive
amazing.
feedback.
Yeah.
So more stuff for me to share. And I've definitely got some new super fans out of this, which is awesome.
Fantastic.
This did well in that it was received very well and reviews were fantastic. The book itself didn't do that well when it started out on Amazon. Looking back, I think this is because so as I said previously, my full backlist is contemporary fantasy.
Yes.
And this being Regency-esque kind of So all kind of historical fantasy.
Mm,
It's still fantasy, but it's very different kind of
yeah.
fantasy. So my core group of super fans who are amazing have picked up the book and enjoyed it. But I think a lot of people who kind of my readers like on the periphery would
Yes.
like, no, it's not maybe not really my thing. And the Amazon algorithm, I think this was the important thing. I could tell from my also boughts that this book didn't sit in the right place when it first came
Really?
out.
Okay.
Yeah, because I could see other contemporary fantasy that just,
Okay.
yeah, that's like romantasy that you're probably thinking of, that those kind of books. And I was like,
Yeah.
really, like that's not the vibe of my book, yeah. But it was only book one, and I hadn't planned to do like a major push until I had more books out because I thought I couldn't make money back
Yeah.
from only one book.
Yeah.
I mean, I was wrong, as we've seen since then. But basically, I was like, okay, I've done the box. That was a lot of time. Like, I want to get back to book twos. Just like, cheers, marketing. So then I got back to writing book two, but I also, back to the influencer stuff, I did also do some international things. Okay, the first one I want to mention, because this is a free option.
Okay.
There's an account called Behind the Pages, PA, on Instagram. The lady's name is Sarah. And she offers PR services, but she also has an influencer newsletter that she sends out. I think it's once a month. And as an author, you can sign up to have your offer included in this newsletter. So it will go out to a bunch of influencers on Instagram and TikTok. So, like if you have a street team that you want people to join, or you have arcs that you want people to read, or like print books for a feature, or anything like that, she will list all of this once a month and send it out. And then you, as the author, you have a like a sign up form. So each author has their own sign up form, and then the influencers, whatever they're interested in, they can sign up for those various options. So I offered physical paperbacks because I haven't done the print release locally, but on Amazon, the print on demand
Hmm.
paperback and hardback are available. So I offered a bunch of copies and a whole lot of people signed up. In my sign up form, I asked people, if I don't choose you, do you want to receive the ebook as well? Like if they're genuinely interested in reading the book. So then
Yeah.
I got some more reviews from that as well. But this wasn't like a planned tour. So there wasn't like a date
Yes.
specification for when people must post. So that it helped. So there was that. So that's great. And I'm sure I will use her service again, maybe for ebook arcs
That
again in
sounds
the
really
future.
good. And I think it's great that you
Yeah.
offered the ebook option too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I still got reviews out of that, which is awesome.
How many
Uh,
paperbacks did you give out through that list?
I think I sent only 15.
15?
Wasn't
Yeah.
wasn't a lot. Yeah, because there's still so this is still me in my very low budget
Yes.
era.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but look, you've got a great return already.
Yeah, yeah. So for the book boxes, just to go back to that, my not book boxes, my mini PR boxes,
Yes.
which didn't have my book in them, I was trying to keep it super low, as in like 100 rand a box,
Yeah.
which is not a lot at all, including delivery, which in the end was not possible.
No.
So delivery meaning I didn't use Courier Guide, I didn't courier them out. I used Pudo, which has become kind of a big thing here.
Okay.
For anyone overseas who doesn't know what that is, you basically there's like lockers of things and you put the boxes into lockers and then they get taken to lockers on the other side and then your customer picks up their stuff out of their locker. And it's like less than half the price of sending with a courier. So I think in the end, the boxes cost about 130-ish maybe, which is still like very decent for
How many dollars would that be?
that's not even $10.
Okay.
Is it?
That's amazing.
Yeah, I know. Because what's the exchange rate at the moment is somewhere between 17 and 18, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So I had the mini PR boxes, that was part of my local thing, and then I used Behind the Pages PA for a few more paperback reach. And then the other one that we want to talk about is the book tour companies. This is where you pay someone to organize like a little digital tour for you online.
This is more
And
my style.
yes, absolutely. Oh, also, I must say for the like PR boxes, like actual physical goods, you can pay people to do that for you. So, like overseas, there's a bunch of options. There's the one I can remember now is called the Nerd Fam. I often see the fam as in family, like FAM.
Okay.
Um, she has a very big following on, I think she started on TikTok. She now also has a big following on Instagram. So the Nerd Fam, I see beautiful boxes of amazing stuff that would cost way, way, way more than
Fortune.
what I got
Yeah,
in a
costs more
box.
than $10 a box.
Yes, definitely. And locally, if you're here in South Africa, there are a few companies. One I can think of is Mia Bella Creations. So
Okay.
for anyone who's local and wants to check that out, she also puts together boxes. So back to the digital tours. So the company that I used this time was called MTMC Tours, which I think stands for Meet the Main Characters. MTMC Tours. So I've used them in the past for a previous book. There's another big one that's called Storygram Tours.
Okay.
That will come up if you look for Bookstagram Tours. I've used them before, and I signed up yesterday to send 10% tea leaves to them. So, and another big one, I'll just mention one more, is Book Tour Gals. The first two I mentioned are, I think there's like one or two people who organize and then they post a sign up and then their hosts can sign up if they're interested in the book. But then Book Tour Girls, they have a set team of maybe six-ish hosts, and so that it's always the same hosts. And you, as the author, choose. You can do all the hosts, which is probably more than six. Maybe it's like 8 to 10. And I think you have to choose a minimum of 5 hosts out of all of them, or you can go with all of them. So they all have kind of different sort of specialties,
Hmm.
sort of, or books that they work with. So the Book Tour Girls, I've seen a lot of romantasy, fantasy, a lot of spicy stuff. I think they do also do contemporary, but I do remember seeing a lot of spicy books, but also some non-spicy. And then Storygram tours, they have YA adults, and then they also have Storygram kids. So
Oh,
if you're
wow.
an author of kids' books, you can get a tour with them. And MTMC tours, I think they started out mainly YA, I think, years ago, but I think now they do kind of pretty much anything. Yeah, although I don't think I've seen kids' books with them.
Okay.
So what you do as the author, you fill in their form, you sign up and you say, this is my book and this is how many copies I want to give out. And another difference is that so Storygram Tours is very US focused. So I think they have mostly US hosts. So you're sending out paperbacks within the US. So that's for someone international, that's easy because I can just send from Amazon my print on demand books. And then MTMC has a lot more of an international reach. So they say that it's a certain number of their hosts must be international. I can't remember what the number is. So for that one, I ended up having some people in the US, Canada, UK, and it was maybe the Netherlands, someone in South Africa. There were a variety of
Okay.
territories. So
That's
that's cool
great.
because it kind of spreads the reach out.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then so the person that you're paying is the one who does all of the organization of the stuff. So they're handling the signups, they're choosing the people, they get all the addresses or whatever. And then as the author, you just get this little schedule. It says these are the dates and these are the people, these are their addresses. Let us know when you've sent them a copy. That's kind of it. I don't really
Okay.
have to do anything else. So like it's not on me to follow up or make sure that anyone is posting or whatever. So the tour company person is taking care of all of that. So if you're short on time and you don't want to be organizing and following up with people, it's fantastic.
Yeah, that sounds really, really excellent. And then how did you fulfill those orders? I mean, the sending the paperbacks out. Did you use Book Vault or Amazon?
I used Amazon for all of the overseas ones. I don't think I
Okay.
used Ingram this time. Yeah, I think it was Amazon. And then so even though I haven't printed a lot of copies, I've done a few proof copies here with a local printer. So I had an extra copy to send the South African person.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Do you use Book Vault ever?
I have,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay.
I haven't done any of my just like standard editions. So far, I've only done special editions with them, which I really wish we could list somehow online, like on Amazon or, other stores. So it's kind of, I've only done direct sales. So I have
Mm.
an order form and people fill in the order form and then I have to go in and do each order and send it directly to the reader.
I'm sure Amazon are going to make a plan because they are seeing the special editions
Yeah,
doing so well, and I'm
I
sure
hope
they're going to
so.
try and get in there somehow.
Yeah, I really hope so because that would make it a lot easier.
Yeah, good.
Mhm.
Okay, that is so interesting, and I can't wait to try this. Have you found more success on TikTok or Instagram with the influencers?
So it's different. So on my TikTok, my local TikTok, which is the one that engage with a lot because TikTok, they're very region specific with the algorithm. So my original TikTok account has like a ton of followers and I barely use it anymore because they're all in the US and my stuff just doesn't reach
Mm,
them.
mm,
So my new account, which is only a few months old, I was like, cool, I'm going to focus on South African and being part of this South African bookish community. And so that I've had success in that and with regards to just engagement and people are so genuine and excited and just interactive and there's amazing it really does feel like a real community of friends like people book fairy each other books
mm.
like they share their wish lists and then they will surprise each other with books and there was such a cool video I was tagged in. So I did a giveaway for 2 copies of Tempest and Tea Leaves when I got the proof copies. And it was very simple. People just had to leave a comment on a video. But there was someone who went above and beyond and she posted a whole separate video motivating for why she should win a copy. And
Jeez.
her clothing matched the color of the cover. And she was going on about what a tea fan she is, and she brought out her whole tea set
Oh my
and
God.
there were other things I can't remember. So, and then the community of all her friends who had also entered the giveaway then came in the comments and tagged me, and they're like, "She must be the winner. Yes, she must
Oh,
she must get it."
oh,
So then when I signed these 2 copies, I wrote, "This is the first signed copy of Tempest, and this is the second signed." So I sent her the one that had this was the first signed copy. So that was really cool, and she got the first signed copy. And then a few weeks later, there was another post from one of her friends who had been talking about wanting to read the book, but the paperbacks are not here yet. And I don't think she had a Kindle, or then she just got a Kindle, I think. So she had downloaded the ebook. And then she got this package from her friend with surprise books in it. And the last book was like, "This is on loan to you." And she opened this up and she was like, "Ah, it's this book,
oh,
the first signed copy inside."
oh, wow.
Like that's what this local bookish community is like. It's really cool. So in terms of engagement and just genuine people,
Yeah.
BookTok is really cool. But in terms of the ebook itself, finding the right niche and the right readers and getting into the correct algorithm on Amazon, the international Instagram community, that's what really helped. So the
Okay.
tour that I did with MTMC, that was when Tempest had kind of been just like struggling along a bit.
Hmm.
And then it got this exposure for
Yes.
the right readers. And the
Yes.
right readers started downloading it. And then I could see the also boards changing and the rank, it really improved. And ever since then, it has stayed pretty much at the same spot, which is really
Wow.
cool.
That is really,
I
really
can tell
cool.
now, yes, Amazon is now like, okay, we know which readers to show this
Yes.
book to.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Exactly.
Mhm.
Whereas before it was probably your previous readers
Yes.
reading your previous work and then skewing the algo incorrectly.
Yeah.
So
So
that's a
it
good
meant now
lesson.
when book 2 came out, yeah, so book 2 is doing well a lot sooner than book
Yes.
1 did,
Yes.
which
That
is
makes
great because
sense.
it's found the right readers. Yeah.
So it's a good lesson for people listening that if you're pivoting your genre and you don't have a new pen name for it, then to maybe do a very, very soft launch so that your original readers don't see it until your also boughts are set up correctly.
Yeah. So yeah, I
It's
mean
quite
this is
tough
difficult
though,
because I had it on pre-order and I had obviously told my list about it.
obviously. Yeah.
But yeah, maybe that would not be the way to go if you also this doesn't seem like the kind of thing that I should have a separate name for because I'm like
No,
it's
no,
still
definitely
fantasy,
not.
it's clean and
Yeah.
yeah, but it just goes to show you how distinctive how yeah, there's like very solid lines between even like within the same genre.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I mean, it could, luckily it didn't happen to you, but it could kill a new release if you just stuck in the wrong also boughts. I mean,
Yeah, I can.
okay, so it's
And
just something
it
to keep in
also
mind.
Also shows me, yes. I mean, at the time when it launched in April, I hadn't done Facebook ads in like 5 years. I knew that you and Melissa were going to be going over it soon. So I was like, yeah, I'm definitely not doing that now because I don't know what I'm doing and I don't even know if it's going to work. Like, I was still in that mindset of like, this is like, it's expensive. I'm
Mm,
competing with US people who are
mm.
paying in dollars. Like, I don't think this is going to work. So I'm not even going to try. Yes, obviously, since then, I have been proven wrong. Very excited to have been proven wrong.
Well, that's we
Yeah.
are so happy to have seen your success on Facebook ads and translations.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
amazing.
Tempest is now out in French. French is the best. French is like really taken off. That's awesome. And German, Italian, and as of yesterday, Brazilian Portuguese as
Oh,
well.
I've also just started Brazil, and
Okay.
I was so proud of my cost per click until I saw yours. Because mine was two
It
cents
was
and
like,
yours was
mine was like 1.8
one
cent.
1.8 cents. Like, damn it.
Oh, no. Beat you, beat you.
Yeah.
I'm sure it will go, it will obviously go up over time. But yeah, that's a great way to start.
Fantastic, eh? I haven't looked at my ROI yet because my ads in Brazil are brand new, but with that kind of cost per click, I think that it won't be difficult to make a profit.
Yeah, yeah. Obviously, mine, it's only got like 25 page reads so far because it only came out yesterday. So,
Give it a chance.
yes, well, we'll look at it again after the weekend.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. What's your top advice for indie authors wanting to crush it with influencer campaigns based on your 10% tea leaves experience?
I would say that definitely, so because there's so many tour companies out there. So I feel like once you start looking for a few of them on Instagram, that it will start recommending others to you. So they'll come
Okay.
up. Also, if you Google like Bookstagram, Instagram, book tour, there are lists of these companies. But just have a look at the type of books that they have recently done tours for,
Mm,
because they can often be a bit more kind of genre specific. And they obviously have hosts who work with them that like a certain type of book. So
okay.
I think it makes a difference. So yeah, if I had a very spicy book, then I'd probably like Book Tour Girls would probably be one of my top choices.
Okay.
Just because I've seen, like, I follow the hosts and I've seen that a lot of them enjoy very spicy books.
Okay. Thanks. That's a good tip for me.
I can't, so I've definitely seen a ton of fantasy. I can't remember offhand if but I think they have done contemporary as well. So just take a look at their account and see what they've done. Say that's probably the
Okay,
most
great.
important. And
Uh,
then,
do you
so
think
yeah,
this
the
would
other
be,
thing,
sorry, go ahead.
have a book with a beautiful cover.
Mm,
That's what helps.
yeah.
Just because Instagram, TikTok less so, but definitely Instagram is just so, yeah, so many accounts are about like what's
The
aesthetically
aesthetic.
pleasing
Yeah.
and how beautiful they can make a photo with your book in
Yeah.
it. So that definitely helps.
Yes. Okay, that's a very good tip. Thank you. I'm just wondering if I should do book tour gals for my spicy to try them out for my billionaire romance and then do MTMC for urban fantasy.
Yeah. I think another thing I forgot to mention was that some of the companies have a review requirement and some of them don't. So, like Storygram tours, you're sending them a book, but they hosts don't have to read it. I mean, understandably, people get so many books,
Yeah, of
there's not a
course.
lot of time to read all of them. But MTMC tours, they do ask that their hosts read the book ahead of
Oh,
time so that
okay.
they can share a review. I think they have some kind of policy sort of where it's like if they didn't like the book and it's less than 3 stars, they should go chat to the host about it for how to handle that because
Yes.
like the whole idea is that you're promoting the book, so
Oh,
you're
yeah.
kind of supposed to be positive. So I think they sort of if the host ends up like hating the book,
Yeah.
they will kind of deal with that so that it's not awkward for
Yes.
you.
Yes. Are you saying
So
my book is 3 stars, Rachel? Because that's what I'm getting from this conversation.
no, definitely not, definitely not.
Only joking. But I think it would be a good way to try them both out, especially if the one is good
Yeah,
at
so
price.
no, just my point from that was just that like from some
Yes,
of these
Rachel, you made
you're
your
gonna
point.
get some of these you've got guaranteed reviews coming in.
Okay,
And some of them you're just getting promo without any review
okay.
feedback.
I'm
Yeah,
not that concerned about reviews. It's more about awareness for me
just the
and
wins.
yeah.
Yeah, so yes, book tour girls, they are on the pricier side,
Okay.
but definitely check them out. Yes. So I heard back from Storygram tours yesterday. So, and they're still charging the same. I think it's the same as what I paid like 3-ish years ago for a tour, which is not too bad. I think it's $200 for seven days, so 7 hosts. So then you're also sending out a copy of the book and then $200 for them to organize everything.
Okay, that seems reasonable.
Yeah, I can't, even though it was recent that I did MTMC, I can't actually remember, but I think it was
Okay.
200 and something.
Okay.
It wasn't very different.
But you think Book Tour Girls is a bit pricier?
I remember, so it's a bit of a different structure because they have this group of set hosts and each host charges a different amount. So you're choosing, and I think there's like one or two where it's like you have to pick them. They're like the anchor hosts or whatever, and they're probably the most expensive.
Hmm.
And then this is it's been a few years, so it's possible
Yeah.
that they've changed all of
Okay.
this, but in my previous experience, this was how it worked. So yes, you can't say offhand how much it will cost because it's going to depend which host you choose.
Okay.
Mm.
All
But
right.
it does mean that you have more control then because you can look at each of those hosts and look at their posts and see what they
Yes.
like and be like, yes, I really think that my book would match this person's vibe and what they
Yeah.
enjoy.
What is your definition of success?
Oh no.
It's a hard one. It's a hard one. Do you want to pass? Do you want to
Because
call a friend?
no, I listened to that other podcast. I wish I'd
Oh,
known.
yeah.
That you know
Wish
which
I'd
one?
known then.
Yeah, that one.
Yes.
Yes, and they always ask this question, and I'm always like, oh, what would I say for this? Uh, but it's financial security. So
Hmm.
it's not like I don't want to necessarily earn like the huge amounts. I want to be comfortable to not worry about,
Yeah, and
finances.
lots of savings in the bank.
Yes,
Yes.
so I need to get back up to that point.
Yes.
So yeah, kind of a level where I'm financially secure and also I have balance. So I do have to remind myself of this a lot because I see a lot of things that other people are doing, and my immediate reaction is, oh, I want to do that too, or like, oh, I
Mm,
wish I could do that, but I
mm,
can't because blah blah blah.
mm,
And then I remind myself that I am a mom of young children,
mm.
and this is what I wanted. I love
Yes.
that.
Yes.
I love that part of my life. And it's because sometimes like, I used to be able to work so much on weekends and I could get so much done. But that's not what I want for my life now.
Exactly.
Remember that, you want to spend time with your little children on
Yeah.
weekends,
Yeah.
and
And they're
that's
small for such
special.
a short time.
Exactly. Yes. So basically, financial security and balance in life is kind of, and I actually, I think I'm happier as an introvert to be like solidly mid-list
Mm,
rather than like the thought of being like a massive breakout success is
yeah.
kind of scary
It is scary, isn't it?
just because of the way social media is these days. And so, it's awesome to have that kind of success, but at the same time, I'm very happy being mid-list.
Yes. It's another level of security, really. So if you've got money in the bank, you're making decent money, and you are kind of under the radar of
Yes, it's that under the radar thing.
yes.
Feels safer.
Yeah, it's safe. It's like the perfect place to be. And you're leading a nice balanced life.
Yeah.
That sounds amazing. With that in mind, do you have any goals, like maybe for the end of this year or the end of next year, that you are working towards?
So in terms of like royalty goals, once I saw that the translations were doing well and Tempest had started picking up, I was like, okay, I'm aiming for a 10K
Mhm.
month by the
Yes,
end of the year.
yes.
And I think I might actually reach that this month.
Oh my
Or
God.
or like just below, which is incredible. It's super exciting. So yeah, so then I'm like, oh, I need to readjust my goals and like aim for
Yes,
something that's like super out there.
yes.
And in terms of like actual things to produce, like I'm very excited about the print release for the series. So I had wanted to do all 5 together, as I told you before, but that was a bit ambitious. So it's kind of split it up, and I'm going to do the first 3 in probably October-ish. So after book 3 comes out in ebook, and I'm planning like all the beautiful things. So the special edition with sprayed edges and
Oh,
foil on the cover and a book box with I've started gathering like things that are going to go in the book box. I'm not making everything by hand.
good. Glad to hear that.
So yes, I don't know. Does that count as a goal? That's
Definitely,
that's just
definitely. That sounds
that's something I'm
amazing.
excited about. Something that
Yeah.
will happen by the end of the year. Before Christmas, that needs to be out.
I mean, your book is just it's just perfect for a special edition. It's so pretty already. Even the
Yeah.
digital version is pretty, and can you imagine that special edition? It's going to be incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't think there's any printer locally that can do all the special stuff. At least I should probably ask the printer who does my paperbacks if they can do anything. But when I looked a few years ago, like yeah, I mean, I don't think they can do spray edges. So, and I'm not at the level where I want to do like a whole Chinese print run type of
Yes.
thing.
Yes.
Also, the fact that that will take too much time. I don't have that would be like a next year plan if I
Yeah.
was doing that.
Yeah.
So I will for the hardcovers with the bling, I'll be ordering those from Book Vault
Okay.
to come here. So they unfortunately are quite pricey,
Mm.
but it's a shelf trophy. So
Yeah.
I will definitely order them. And then if there are readers who can afford that, then I'll order for them. Otherwise, I'm planning to make the paperbacks, so my local paperbacks, which obviously don't cost as much, I'm going to make those look as special as possible because there is somebody here who does sprayed edges. So same lady who does Mia Bella Creations
Okay.
that does sprayed edges. So yes, I'm hoping she can still do this. We chatted at the beginning of the year. I need to chat to her again. So I'm hoping she can do a whole load of paperbacks with sprayed edges. Mhm.
Excuse me, I just sneezed.
Bless you.
Thank you. That sounds very, very cool. And once you've got that special edition set up on Book Vault, you can sell it anywhere in the UK, Australia,
Yes, yes. So yeah,
US.
that's great.
So
So I can
do you
order
think
a
you'll do a
bunch.
Kickstarter?
The region restrictions,
Yes,
which
but there's always a way around things.
there is. I mean, I was very keen a few years ago when the Facebook group started. Brandon Sanderson had just done his
Yes,
big splash. I
yes.
was so excited, and then I found out eventually that no, actually, it's not as easy when you're in South Africa.
Mm,
And part of it, like at the moment, I feel exhausted when I think about
yes.
doing a
Yeah, because
Kickstarter.
it's so much work.
So, yes, I think if they were open to South Africans, I probably would have done one by now because it matches my style of
Yes,
I'm like a binge worker, a project worker. So
yes,
instead, I'm not like a write every day, produce books all the time
yes.
kind of worker. So,
But
but
also
I
just the
so
look of your books. I mean, they're so beautiful. So I can
yeah,
just
and
imagine that Kickstarter banner with like three special edition
yeah,
with it'll be
that's
stunning.
my yes, that's totally my thing. I would love it. So, I mean, basically, I'm trying to do the same thing, but on a smaller scale
Yes.
locally and doing it directly. So I'm going to be taking pre-orders. So,
Okay.
instead of having like the campaign on
Yeah.
Kickstarter, it's
Yeah.
like my own
You're doing a mini
campaign.
South
Yeah.
African Kickstarter
Yeah.
on
Yes.
your own by yourself.
Yeah.
But it's
And
good
then, and
practice.
like you said, the books once they're on Book Vault, any readers who are overseas can also order and I can send straight to them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I will, because I'm going to start doing my Kickstarter soon, I will keep my ears and eyes open for how it would work for you guys in South Africa because
Yeah.
there's got to be a way. I mean,
Yeah, there
got to be
is
a way.
what is there Stripe, there's some Stripe international thing.
Atlas Stripe,
Are,
yeah, and then
yes.
you
Are you
can
doing that?
open a US company that costs about $500 a year.
Okay.
So you could do that, but there might be something easier or
There,
less
yeah,
expensive.
there are fulfillment companies you can work with
Yes,
overseas too. So then the Kickstarter is run through their account.
yes,
Do you have to have a large enough audience to make it worth it? So I did
yeah,
contact them before, and
okay,
they were open to it. I think based on what they could see of my previous books and review count,
yes,
I think they were assuming okay, I would probably have a big enough following.
yeah.
They probably didn't see that I'd had like a 3-year gap, and my
Gap in
readership
your
had kind of gone
CV.
down. But I think now that with the new series and a whole lot of
Yes.
new readers, I think it would do well now.
I've got a
Yeah.
prediction, and that is that you are going to do an extremely successful special edition Kickstarter, a real one, next year. And
Okay, yeah.
I'm pretty sure this is going to come true. So let's see. We'll
Let's,
see if we get
let's go for that. Let's go for that. Well, once the series is complete, so I'm doing like
yes.
my print for the 3 books, and then in the first half of next year, I'm going to do the same thing, but for book 4 and 5.
Great.
Then the series is complete, and then maybe by that point, you can tell me exactly how to set up my Kickstarter
Oh
stuff.
yes, because I'll know then. I'll
Yes.
be the expert.
And then maybe I can do my international Kickstarter
Awesome.
for the full
Awesome.
series.
That I'm looking forward to that. I think it's going to be amazing.
Yeah, I'm
Thank you.
excited to see whatever you've got planned for Kickstarter.
Yeah, just leave it up to me. I'll just take care of it. Thank you so much, Rachel. That was awesome. I'm super excited. I'm actually going to
Thank you.
start contacting people today. That's how excited I am. And I will let
Yeah.
you know how it goes. And I wish you so much luck. Not that you need it because your books are doing so well. Congratulations again.
Thank you.
And I hope you just
Thank
find
you. And
millions and
thank
millions of new
you.
readers.
Thank you for everything you've taught me because the Facebook ads definitely helped.
I'm so glad. That makes me
Definitely.
so happy.
Yeah. I was very happy to kind of like watch over your digital shoulder while you were showing Melissa what to do. Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Awesome.
thank you
Thank
so
you so much
much.
for having me.
Enjoy the rest of your Friday. Enjoy your weekend.
Thank you. You too. All the best.
All the best.
Bye.
Bye.